Alright, back to another album review. Today's review is on Poison the Parish by Seether. This is the seventh studio album by Seether and their third album to be recorded while the band was a trio. I mentioned last time that Brian Wickman was Seether's lead guitarist between 2014 and 2017, but only when they were on tour. It's also the first Seether album to be self-produced because Sean Morgan produced it by himself. And in case you didn't tell, Seether ended up getting a new logo, as you can see right here. The album was recorded in 2016 by Matt Hyde at Blackbird Studio in Nashville, and Sean Badham assisted him with that. Matt mixed the album at Megawatt and Hideaway Studio in Los Angeles, and Jordan Griffin assisted him. Tom Baker mastered the album at Baker Mastering in Calabasas, California. The album was released on May 12th, 2017 on Fantasy Records and distributed by K9 Riot. It was also published by the Bicycle Music Company. And one thing I need to mention is that, so give me a minute. Yeah, they dedicated this album to, it was dedicated to Alfred Christian John Welgemode. I believe he was the father of Sean Morgan. Now, before I talk about the songs, I should mention that Seether decided to go in a heavier direction with this album. While most of Seether's previous work was inspired by grunge and post-grunge bands such as Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Silverchair, and Mad Season, they decided to take inspiration from heavier bands going forward. Notable examples include Deftones, A Perfect Circle, Korn, Metallica, Nine Inch Nails, Rage Against the Machine, and Black Sabbath. Ironically enough, Deftones themselves took inspiration from Nine Inch Nails when making White Pony, but that's a different story. This album still retains elements of post-grunge and alternative metal, but there's a larger focus on hard rock this time around. Now let's talk about the songs. This album starts with Stoke the Fire. Going right in, this song showcases Seether's new heavier sound while simultaneously touching upon post-grunge. The song is awesome and we're only getting started. Next song is Betray and Degrade, which was released as a single on August 9th, 2017. The song is known for its aggressive tone. I think there might be some influence of both Deftones and Korn, when it comes to how it sounds. A music video was made and I'll include a link in the description. Followed up with Something Else. The song feels like it has some influence from both Deftones and Metallica, judging by how it sounds. It's also one of my favorite songs from the album. That's followed up by I'll Survive. I can't help but feel that there's influence from both Nine Inch Nails and Deftones with this song. Next up is Let You Down, which was released as a single on February 23rd, 2017. This is one of the heavier songs on the album, and it sounds like there's influence from both Black Sabbath and Metallica. The music video was made, and I'll include a link in the description. On top of that, this is my overall favorite song from the album. After that is Against the Wall, which was released as a single on April 8th, 2018. A lot of people have compared the song's tempo to that of Foo Fighters, and I can definitely hear that. A music video was made, and there's going to be a link in the description. Up next is Let Me Heal. This is one of the softer songs. It sounds like there's some influence from A Perfect Circle this time around. Followed up with Saviors. It sounds like there's influence from both Black Sabbath and Deftones with this song. Followed up with Nothing Left. I can't help but feel that Seether were inspired by Korn when making this song. Next up is Count Me Out. It sounds like there's influence from A Perfect Circle when it comes to this song. Up next is Emotionless. This is among the softer songs on the album, though it sounds like there's inspiration from both Metallica and Nine Inch Nails this time around. This album ends with Sell My Soul. It sounds like there's influence from A Perfect Circle when it comes to this song. Personally, I think it ends the album quite well. One thing I need to mention is that the deluxe version has 3 bonus tracks. The first one is Feels Like Dying, which sounds like it has some influence from Korn and A Perfect Circle. The second bonus track is Misunderstood. Seriously, that's the title of the song. I can definitely hear some influence from A Perfect Circle when listening to it. The last bonus track is Take a Minute. It sounds like there's some influence from both Korn and possibly Rage Against the Machine when it comes to this song. And as you can see, my copy has all the bonus tracks. When doing my research, I read that this album peaked at number 14 on the Billboard 200. When it comes to what the critics said, they mostly gave it positive reviews. As for my opinion, I think it's even better than Seether's previous work. I'd argue that taking inspiration from heavier bands going in a heavy direction with this album is a great decision. And this is a major contrast to Seether's previous work, which was mostly influenced by grunge and post-grunge bands. Regardless, I strongly recommend this album, and I recommend getting the deluxe version. It should be easy to find given the fact that I bought it directly from Fantasy Records' website. And I also like how Sean Morgan was able to produce the album entirely by himself, and he knocked it out of the park with that. Now this part where I question you. Have you listened to Poison the Parish? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Do you think it was a smart decision for Seether to transfer over to Fantasy Records? Was it the right decision for Sean Morgan to produce the album by himself? What other artists do you think Seether could have taken influence from? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another review.